So this is something interesting that Peter Level does, and I wanted to share that with you. Another thing that I also think it's important is that we should not compare ourselves with others, and even less with superstars. Like you wouldn't compare yourself with Elon Musk or Mark Zuckerberg, and you should also not compare yourself with Peter Levels. Compare yourself with your older self. That's the best approach. And I know it sounds a bit cliche, but it's really the best way to face life and to face bootstrapping. Otherwise, you'll have a lot of disappointments. And that's also Dagobert's opinion.
I don't even try to judge if somebody's a genius or not. I don't really care. It's more like, if I do work, will it improve my own situation? Yes. I used to think, oh, I need to be as good as this guy to be happy. And then I realized, as soon as I start making progress and I get to a level I'm happy with, I don't need to be as big as this guy.
Yeah.
Like, for example, like I started working out like 4 years ago. Now I stopped, but like I did that for a year. And I was lifting weight, and I was like, I'm gonna be like Schwarzenegger. Like, that was my goal. I mean, I knew it wasn't possible because like he just has amazing genetics, but it was also a goal. And then as I started getting a bit, more muscle, I was liking myself, and I was like, oh, I'm awesome like this. And I was like very far away from like a bodybuilder or anything. And I feel like it's the same. Like, you don't have to think. So like, go back to the Twitter example. You don't have to be like me, who's like everywhere all the time. To be successful with Twitter. Like, you could be successful enough that you make $1,000 a month with your product. And you don't have to be like me with like, a lot of tweets that get everywhere.
So we established that it's not productive to focus in the things that we cannot control. So what should we focus instead to attract more users, to transform our idea into a business? If you're like me, a developer, you'll try to build features. You will assume that your product is just not working because it's missing that one extra feature that will change everything. That's what Dagobert used to think too, but that changed.
I wrote a full indie hacker post about you should stop hoping. Like, that was in February 2021, about you should just stop fucking having hope. And that was me talking about having hope for the next feature to save me, which I used to have all the time, and realizing, oh, I built this new feature, people are going to love it, and it doesn't change anything to revenue because I wasn't doing the right things. And every time being crushed of like spending 3 weeks building something, releasing it, okay, it doesn't improve revenue. Fuck me, and it lasted like a year of doing that.
Yeah.
And then a couple months after that, I remember talking with someone about should I give up or should I keep going? So that was probably April 2021. I was like, should I give up or should I keep going? Because it's like, going nowhere. And I remember realizing at that time that I needed marketing. I started understanding that this was necessary.
Yeah.
But I also thought, I'm shit at marketing. Like, I'm not the right guy. I was like, okay, I'm not the guy to build a startup. That's not me. I'm not able to do marketing in the right way. I'm not able to understand distribution channels. I suck. Like, I can't do it. And then I was ready to give up, started looking for jobs. And then there was this feeling of like, oh shit, I really don't want to go back to a job. Like, that was just like, I really didn't want to.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So then I was like, fuck it. I suck at marketing, but I'm just going to try again and again. And so I started, doing the stupidest marketing I could do, which was go on Twitter, look for people saying, what are you working on today? And just fucking talk about logology every time I had a chance. Just like stupid promoting.
Eventually, this strategy started bringing good results to Dagobert. He had his first viral tweet that reached 60 likes. Back then was amazing for him since he only had a couple hundred followers. He completely shifted his strategy to marketing. He would not spend most of his time now building features, but instead writing tweets. That's how everything started to change for him, for Logology, and for his Twitter account. He started to get more followers, and now he's known as the marketing meme guy, the meme lord, always joking around about how developers need to stop building features and doing more marketing. That was also something hard for me to understand, to shift from being a developer to becoming an entrepreneur. And Dagobert quickly understood that this idyllic lifestyle that he imagined, just building features and being successful, was not sustainable. That you actually had to do things, like in a normal job, that you didn't like so much.
Eventually, I realized, oh shit, it's not about being a kid happy all the time. I mean, it's not going to work that way. It's not going to work. If I just do what I enjoy all the time, it's
Mm-hmm.
not going to work. It's like, I'm going to have to do things I don't like, kind of like when I had a job. Like, and it's horrible to realize that. I mean, when I realized, I was like, fuck, it's like some grieving you need to do. Like, oh, I have to do things that are painful and that I don't enjoy, even though I left because I wanted that. But then it becomes about what's the lesser evil? Like, is it actually going back to a job and just being completely slave to that?
Right.
Or
Yeah.
is it like, swallowing this pill and doing things you hate for a time
Yeah.
and with a purpose of like eventually,
Yeah, but that's the problem. You don't know if eventually you will get something out of it, right? So when you're doing a job, you know you'll get a salary.
yeah, but like at a job, I mean, at least I knew because I mean, it's not about knowing, it's about your own perspective. So there's not a right and a wrong one, right? But like
Hmm.
the way I saw it is like at a job, I know it's screwed. Like I